Since Charlie Wen has seemingly, and we still have word that it might just be seemingly taken over for the Fortnite storyline and the overarching creativity in Fortnite in general, I really had a little bit of a thought when we were making our last reply room video, and we've been seeing a little bit too much hate on Donald Mustard, and it's very interesting to me. I just wanted to talk about it for a second. I wanted to defend the absolute GOAT Donald Mustard, because you're seeing a lot of NPCs on Twitter and Reddit and the entire Fortnite community, which are full of NPCs, constantly absolutely dogging on Donald Mustard. It's completely undeserved, and I'd love to defend him today. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's talk about this. So, guys, like I said, this idea kind of came to me when I was recording a reply room video, because it's interesting to me how excited people are for Charlie Wen, because especially when you want to talk about this community, this is how I expected it to go. Oh no, we got another Fortnite director. He's not going to stack up to Donald Mustard. What's this guy going to do? Not care about the story? This guy's going to kill the game, and they don't know anything about his history, anything that he's worked on. That's how I expected that to go, but shockingly, he had a very, very warm welcome. Don't get me wrong, I'm very happy he had a warm welcome. I thought that whoever was stepping into this firefight that the Fortnite community is, to this toxic environment, people already having their shotguns loaded, ready to blow his head off. I'm just surprised. I'm happy he came in. No problems. People understand who Charlie Wen is. People understand the things that he's worked on, the accomplishments that he's had. It's very nice to see. What's weird to me is, you will see this, and I will say it is a little bit on the smaller side of the community, but this community definitely does exist. People really, really don't like Donald Mustard and are glad he's gone. And people are posting stuff like, oh my god, Donald Mustard killed the Fortnite storyline. And it is a little bit of a combination between NPCs and impression farming, because people will post stuff and be like, was Donald Mustard really that good of a storyline writer? Because he had all these things and all of these loose ends. He brought in this character, we never got any storyline him. It is very well known at this point, and I wish we could get the facts actually from Donald Mustard himself, because I can't speak in to 100% certainty on this, but it is very, very strongly suggested. You know what I mean here? So I can't speak to you like this is purely facts, and even if it wasn't, I still hold this opinion that Donald Mustard's a great storyteller. I think everything that he did is great. I think he had his passion for the game and for the story. Fortnite was his baby. I think that is awesome about Donald Mustard, okay? But you'll see people really complaining about the storyline for Chapter 4, the storyline for Chapter 3, and it's been, like I said, well known at this point that Donald Mustard has not been working on the Fortnite storyline since Collision. And it makes sense. Things aren't tied together. Things were all over the place. Take a look at Mega, for example. Donald Mustard would have not done that. And I would imagine that Donald Mustard kind of... This is what I believe either way. I believe that Donald Mustard had the same kind of thing that Game of Thrones did with... It wasn't HBO, was it? Regardless, it doesn't matter. Whatever TV network was working with HBO, they wanted to push out the next Game of Thrones season, okay? But the writer for Game of Thrones hasn't finished the next chapter. So what he did was like, okay, this is going to happen. This is building up to this. And he kind of gave the TV network a little bit of an outline on how he wanted the storyline to go and how it was going to conclude. And what they did is they ran with it, got the points correct, but it wasn't the same. It sucked. They didn't do a good job. It was clearly not the same storytellers. I believe that same thing happened to Fortnite. And I believe if Donald Mustard still was working on the storyline, if he was still the creative director of Fortnite, we would really be absolutely killing it with the Fortnite storyline, because I can't believe that the hate I'm seeing for Donald Mustard right now. Charlie Wen comes in and he's doing a great job. Don't get me wrong. He's doing a fantastic job. I'm not saying to like Donald Mustard and hate Charlie Wen. I'm not saying that at all. Don't twist my words, okay? I love Charlie Wen. I'm glad he's here. He's doing a great job. But you have the people over here who are just saying, Donald Mustard wasn't a good storyteller because this, and that. He left all these loose ends. Donald Mustard, what was even that Rift Warden Stellan storyline, which had potential, but again, people are looking at the old story and it's like, we just got a couple map changes. Is that really a good way to tell a story? Like, yes, it is. It's a very creative way to tell a storyline. And the way that everything connected in here, the way we got the last reality reveal, the way that Kevin worked, it was a very, very unique and well thought out storyline in my opinion. And I can't believe that people are now that Donald Mustard's gone, looking at this and thinking that, okay, Donald Mustard actually wasn't that good at what he did. That's actually surprising to me. And I just want to come in here and I really want to, this is one of those videos where I would love to know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I would love to turn this into a video as well. What did you think about Donald Mustard's storytelling? Because, again, it's crazy to me that people are being influenced online to think that Donald Mustard wasn't a good writer, and Charlie Wen's here for the best. He probably is here for the best, to be honest with you. Charlie Wen is, again, great. It's crazy to me, it's wild to me how much this community just switched up. And again, I've been talking about this on streams lately. I don't believe that it's people anymore. I mean, I don't believe, wow, I just messed that up. I don't believe that it's a Fortnite community anymore. I think it's just people in general. People are easily influenced. I swear to God that I could make a new post and saying, hey guys, time to go hate this particular YouTuber, and then people will see that and be like, oh, they won't even question why, but you could ask why and be like, oh, I think he's overrated, and people read stuff online and just go with it. It's crazy to me how the population works of today. So what's coming here? Just appreciate Donald Mustard for what he's done. The storyline with the 7, the way he has teased map changes, events, the 7 storyline in Chapter 1, how cryptic it was, the Chapter 2 storyline, the way the events played out, Agent Jones, the entire story with him, the entire story with IO, Midas. When Donald Mustard was involved in this storyline, guys, it was one of the most unique and special ways to ever tell a story. I will forever go back and still come sit here and tell you guys the Midas storyline in Chapter 2, Season 2 was one of the greatest ways to tell a story of all time. We had all of this build up to not only Midas, not only the device event, but we actually figured out that this place is an entire simulation. The way that Donald Mustard took this and made it into an overarching story with everything connected was phenomenal, let alone the comics, let alone the entirety of Chapter 2, the entirety of Chapter 1, everything being so cryptic. It reminds me a little bit, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it reminds me a little bit of Attack on Titan, how it's so evident there that Donald Mustard knew how he wanted this story to go and was putting the pieces there over time for us to just figure out and enjoy. It was a very special thing. Donald Mustard, we talk about Fortnite being his baby. Man, I really do believe that's the case. He told one of the most unique stories in such a unique position, and I really can't thank him enough for that. He gave me some of the most hype moments I've ever had playing video games. And the fact that I'm seeing people online really dig into this guy right now, talking about what a crap storyline writer he is, I think that's crazy to me. On the other hand, though, it's really cool to see Charlie Wen getting some praise. But I don't think it should be at the expense of Donald Mustard, man. I don't. I think that Donald Mustard should go down as one of the most creative and amazing storyline directors, creative directors of all time. Like I said, what he created out of nothing was crazy. What he created out of a game was crazy. And I wish we could have known where the storyline's going. I hope one day to be big enough where I could have Donald Mustard here and ask him where his storyline was going. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely fantastic. Maybe that could be a new goal for one day. Donald Mustard, if you're watching this video, which you definitely aren't, I'm a big fan. I'd love to know where the Fortnite storyline is going, and even just talk about building the Fortnite storyline in general, man. That's absolutely crazy. Maybe we can get that big one day, guys. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for being here. Check out this video on screen right now if you are interested in still watching the Fortnite storyline. I will see you either there or in the next one, guys. Take care.